Hey, you guys, this is your coach, Dr. Andrea Dickerson here with IOwnADaycare.com, where we connect childcare business owners with proven management solutions. For today's proven management solution, I want to talk to childcare business owners who are dealing with staff that are not operating in excellence, they're feeling overwhelmed, and they're just sort of lazy. If your team is sort of lazy, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, stay tuned, and I'll be right back. For some of you, this may look like a regular planner or quarterly agenda, but for me, it's a framework. Having this framework is what caused me to have freedom. Let me explain it to you. You see these different colors here? These colors represent the centers in my business. They also represent the color of the bins that go in each center. So this is the tool that I would give my teachers, and I will have my meetings around my staff quarterly agenda. And within this staff quarterly agenda were all of the important key points that I will meet with my team about every 2 weeks. So now it wasn't just a meeting, but I put the tools in my team members' hands, and I trained them on the systems that I needed them to follow so that they could blossom and bloom in the classrooms where they were planted. If you're not using... All right, guys, thank y'all so much for standing along with me. If you are a childcare boss and CEO and you are looking for ways to obtain more freedom with the proper framework, then I suggest that you meet me live and in person for a VIP day by clicking the link below and finding out more about it. I look forward to seeing you then. All right, everybody, I was kind of timid with saying lazy, but you all know your coach. I am so upfront and I am clear about the message that I want to deliver to you today. And laziness is something that can hinder your business from going to the next level. And let me tell you why I come to this conclusion. Just the other day, I started praying and asking God to give me wisdom about you all as my clients. And I couldn't relate to certain things that were going on with some owners who know that God has called them to a higher level, to do more, to scale their business. But there was things that was hindering them. And I couldn't understand, how could something like working in your classrooms hinder you? And the reason why I couldn't understand is because in my journey of owning and operating my childcare business, I have never had to be the childcare teacher. And I've always had employees. I have gone on to write books, host conferences, all while owning a childcare business. Started a nanny agency. My husband and I, we opened up ministry. We started running 2 churches. So I've always had multiple opportunities going on around me, and I just couldn't understand, how is it that God can show you that there's more for you, but yet you don't take advantage of going in that direction. So I started looking up online for scriptures that dealt with people being distracted and overly busy. And I just needed to have a biblical principle to guide me. And when I looked up distractions, the word slothfulness came up. And then I started being led to different scriptures about slothfulness. Then I did a research and I found out that slothfulness is like one of the 7 worst sins that we could commit. And I was like, slothfulness? Because it's not one of those things that you heard about in church. Like you hear, don't drink, don't smoke. You hear stuff like that. I don't even hear about that no more in church. But when growing up, I used to hear stuff like that in church, right? But now you're talking about the character of a person, the mindset of a person, the spirit of a person with slothfulness. And so then I dug a little bit deeper. And as I dug deeper, slothfulness also meant where you are prevented from being on your righteous path, which ultimately leads to your ruin. And I was like, that is strong. And then when you do like a Webster research of the word slothfulness, is laziness. It's one who does not operate and move in excellence, doing things right the first time with energy. And then that's what dawned on me, like, that's what's happening in our childcare businesses. That's what's happening in our classrooms. That's what's happening with our staff. There has been a strong mindset of not getting things done in a timely manner, trying to avoid getting things done as far as working consistently and being faithful. So with these things going on, there's one strategy that I want to share with you. And so let's get ready for key point number one. Is when you start dealing with team members who aren't working in excellence and team members who aren't completing tasks or following your systems and getting things done the way they should or the way you've trained them and taught them to do, when you're dealing with staff like that, that's a sign that you need to amp up your hiring and training systems. Your hiring and training systems is the foundation. So that means you cannot just hire anybody when you're dealing with changing the mindset and culture of people. You have to hire people that's in agreement with your vision. And then number two, you must train your teachers, not just have a meeting about things that's going on in your business that may cause some concern or issue, but training is a system that you follow every 2 weeks so that your team are hearing from you and utilizing, key point number two, utilizing tools that they follow, that you follow, so that everybody's on one accord. Let me share with you my secrets behind creating frameworks in your business. Now, many of you, when you look at this, you think, oh, this is just another planner, but it's not. It's a framework. Let me take you behind the scenes. You see this framework? I have created an activity schedule, and I've also created my centers for my classroom. Years ago, it was revealed to me that I needed to give my teachers tools in order to follow my system. The biggest struggle that many of you face is that hiring teachers and training them to be 100% ready for your classrooms is difficult and almost impossible to do. Sometimes we just got to put them in the classroom and get them going. So what I had to do was to create a framework that supported the logistics of my company. And by me creating this framework, it worked. Let me talk to you about how it goes. These colors represents different centers that are in my classroom, and the colors that you see represent the trays and bins that go in those centers. So this tool was able to speed up my new hires to learn more about my systems and follow them. There's more behind this strategy. To get this strategy, be sure to book your VIP session today by clicking the link in my bio. Bye, you guys. Now, honestly speaking, that's why I created my staff quarterly agenda. My staff quarterly agenda includes every system that we discuss that train my team every 2 weeks. I didn't have to think of what to say. I didn't have to create new systems because my quarterly agenda planner was a planner that my teachers received and that I followed when creating the content for the meetings. And I'm telling you, we went through all of the major facets of my organization in every single meeting, even including my team speaking the vision out loud. My team had to speak the vision from every single meeting because that was my way of ensuring that their mindset was ready for implementing the processes in the classroom. Now, did I still have teachers that weren't always moving like I wanted to move? Of course. But having this understanding framework allowed me to have freedom. And when I received freedom, I was able to get more done. So I hope that I've said something today that will allow you to truly dig deeper into how you train your team and utilize a tool to follow. So no matter what's going on, you follow this training method to renewing your team's mind to following the systems in your business as well as your classrooms. Well, all right, guys, this is your coach, Dr. Andre. And as always, if you manage the childcare business that you love, you will love the childcare business that you manage. Bye, you guys.